We are going to start this episode. Okay, so how are you everyone? Now, Happy New Year, and this will be late, but this is the first Young Adult service, this is 2015. So I hope you have lots of happiness and blessing with this 2015 year night. So we're going to start with a song, Everything That I Go, and fill with your glory. So we're going to welcome the band. Bye.
How's everyone?
Thank you. Great.
You made it here, so that's great. So just to sing, we're gonna do things slightly in a different order today. Just sing a couple of songs, announcements, then just one more song, and then have our message from Christabel. She's singing and giving the message, so kudos. And then after this, we're going to do kind of a few more songs, have time for reflection and worship together. So, hope we had a good month, and we can all take inspiration from today's Young Adult service. So please rise, and we're going to start with Everywhere That I Go. And we're going to need you to put your hands together and follow the cues from Christabel and sing. Okay, ready? energy from the crowd. I know we come from our day-to-day lives and we don't really go around singing. I relish the opportunity to sing at the top of my lungs, which I can't do at home with people around. I too can get self-conscious. So the next one, Filled with Your Glory, is one we've done many times, and yeah, so I'd like to really hear you, and Christabel, it's you.
Thank you for the music. So now we're going to recite the family pledge, 5 and 6. So family pledge 5. Our family, the Untitled Group, pledge to strive every day to advance unification in the spirit world and physical world, as subject of the partners by centering on true love. 6. Our family, the Untitled Group, pledge to become a family that moves in heavenly fortune, by embodying the Heavenly Parents and true parents, and to perfect the family that completes Heavenly blessed our community by centering on true love. So please join me in prayer. Heavenly Parents and true parents, thank you so much for today, and we can all gather together here as a young adult in this UK. And Heavenly Parents, I really hope that we can really think about our life and connect it to you, Heavenly Parents, and your love is really big, and you really want us to grow our heart to connect to you, Heavenly Parents, and through this service and Christabel's sermon, and we can really connect to you even more, and we have a big enough heart to support each other and to help other people, and really have a strength to make a change in this world, Heavenly Parents. And your teaching is really great and big, and we can be the example of your teaching and your love, Heavenly Parents, and we really want to pursue that purpose in our life. So please, you can always encourage us and protect us from the old bad thought and laziness, Heavenly Parents, and always we can be a good example toward the younger brother and sister, but also toward other people around us, Heavenly Parents. So please, you can be with us in this service, and we can really create an amazing atmosphere to have a strength for living this another month, Heavenly Parents. So I pray this brother and sister here in my name, Samuel Reid and Hyung Kim, a blessed couple. Aju. All right, so please have a seat. So we are going to have an announcement. Okay, so since this is first service of this year, and we want to show what happened in the past, so we had a really great young adult Christmas dinner in December. Who's been there? Raise your hands. Yeah, like half. Yeah, how was it? Yeah, it was great, right? So we would like to do it once again, hopefully this year as well. That was a kind of last event from the Young Adult Service 2014. Include that, we'd like to show some little video clip about Young Adult Ministry 2014 review. So it's just 2-minute video. So. Okay.
Hello everyone. Thank you for being a part of Young Adult Ministry. Young Adult Ministry is committed to helping young adults in our community understanding of the relevance of true parents' work and the principle in key area of their lives: university, workplace, and relationships. First of all, this is what we did in 2014 for COP.
We have a monthly Sunday services
in which messages are shared by members of our community.
We started this year with a leaders workshop
in
to
Livingston
share
House
ideas
to support each community.
And there was a COP retreat
in our White. It was the perfect balance of a relaxation and deep content in which we could share precious moments together as brothers and sisters.
In August, only
Suni, Samuel, Mikhail, and I went to the COP convention in America in order to experience and inherit the COP culture, so we could bring the vision to the UK as well.
When we came back to the UK,
we held a COP convention in which we shared our experience and what we learned with others.
And these are the activities
regarding matching.
We had the matching education.
We had the matching education with the ESGD to allow questions to be asked and guidance to be given. Also, we had a dinner for those who received the blessing.
Husband and wife meetings are held monthly
in order to allow time for brothers to meet as husbands and sisters to meet as wives to support each other.
Last month, we held the
romantic Saturday afternoon tea and invited the blessed couple to spend time together as we shared the delicious food and took part in marriage guidance.
Lastly, this is how we aim to
incorporate principal values in the workplace and in personal finance.
In June of this year,
we met with Kim Young 회장님, where he shared his experience with the True Father with us.
We also had other meetings,
such as a faith and finance meeting,
and we started a What is Your Passion
meeting, beginning with the art and design.
Our plan for 2015 is to continue holding regular events for all areas of young adult ministry. Thank you all for supporting young adult ministry this year.
Okay. Thank you very much. It's always weird to hear your my own voice. Anyway, so we talked about what is your passion. So next slide, please. So we had what is your passion for education last week. Christabel gave a wonderful talk on education, and we kind of give a reflection question that we discussed, and it was really great. And yeah, we're going to continue with other topics such as computing or banking and music and science and so on. So it's coming. So, yeah. And next one is husband and wife meeting. So it's going to be 7th of February, 5:30 as usual. So husband's in Southfield and wife's meeting will be in Ealing Broadway. Okay. So next one is, this is kind of a new thing that we want to include more you guys' opinions and ideas and so on. So anyone who would like to join the Young Adult Ministry committee, it's going to be like every month. So basically, I'm going to share what I want to do this month, and then you can give ideas and comment and support and so on. So it's going to be every first Thursday of the month. So please come to me and we can discuss together. Okay. So this is important. So 13th to 15th of February, Friday to Sunday. So we're preparing community support workshop. So whoever, in the end, I think it's really important that creating a good community is crucial for our future in our movement. So I was thinking, how can we support each community as a national level, so we can all be together and discuss. And there's people coming from Scotland, Wales, and Manchester, and so on. So it'll be a great time together, a little bit relaxed, sports and everything. But also, we're handing out the materials that you can educate people and small groups and so on. So it's going to be great. So please apply on Facebook or come to me or text me. So, it'll be great. So once again, 7th of February, there will be husband and wife meeting and young adult meeting every first Thursday. And community supporting workshop is 13th to 15th. And 21st of February, and it's another thing that people who are going to Blessing this year, and before they go, and we would like to have a place to pray for them and give testimony from the people who already blessed for a long time, and also just support and celebrate as well. So please make the diary of it. And next Sunday service will be 22nd of February. Okay, thank you very much. So now, before the sermon, I would like to sing one more song. But after that, we're going to have a reflective song, and we go directly to the offering song. Okay, thank you.
So we're going to sing the nation's favorite. Before we hear Christabel's message today. So please rise and sing. Oh,
students actually don't recognise it, but I'm not very much out of school, so it comes in handy. And also I can see you better, which is a benefit. I'd like to start off with a question for you to think about your last week and put it on a scale of 1 to 10, thinking about in terms of stress levels, anxiety, anger, stress, horrible moments. So if you're at a 0, that means you've had a perfect Zen-like week. It's been calm, it's been tranquil, it's been happy, it's been lovely. If you're at a 10, then you're about to maybe have a mental breakdown and scream at someone because it's been such a stressful, horrible week. So think about where you are on that scale of 1 to 10, how your last week's been. And if I could ask you to show me on your fingers, roughly, if you're a 2, then show me a 2. If you're a 9 because you're on the verge of breaking down, then show me a 9. So just hold up your hand, show me what numbers you're at the moment, how your week's been. Okay, all right, we've got a few people on 4s and 5s, that's encouraging. A few people edging to the 7s and 8s. I don't think I saw, there's a 10 as well. Oh, okay, all right, maybe. Hopefully by the end of it you won't still be at a 10. If not, maybe you need to ask someone to give you a massage or something to help calm you down. But yeah, if you think about it, it's very hard to be close to God when you're closer to the 10 side of the scale. I realized that a lot over the past few years. As a new teacher especially, I've been quite frequently towards the higher end of the scale, and it's just a lot harder to feel close to God and to even have the time to think about feeling close to God. So let alone making the time to pray. Even when I did pray, often it would end up as my to-do list for the next day rather than actually praying because you're so stressed with all the things you need to do. Or it gets to a point where you even feel guilty that you're not putting enough effort and you're not putting enough time into your relationship with God. And so you start feeling, well, no wonder I'm not really feeling God. Why should God be with me now? Like, I don't actually deserve to be loved by God right now because I'm not investing as much as I should be, or I'm not doing as much as I should be. And it's very easy to go down the feeling guilty route. And obviously then still be as far away from God as you were. So on New Year's Eve, I went to a midnight service, and it had a question on the projector at the front. It said, "How has God worked in your 2014?" And I was thinking about it, and off the top of my head, I couldn't actually think of an example where God did something in that year. Like it wasn't coming to me off the top of my head, and I was quite shocked, not because I was suddenly an atheist or anything, but because I thought I would be more aware of God working in my life. Like I knew He must have been working in that year, and I knew He must have been, but I couldn't think of a specific example where I'd felt God doing something in my life. And a year go by and not be completely aware of where God was working in that year for me. And I guess I'd been so busy with the stress of work, and I knows what other things going on. But yeah, I just didn't used to be aware of where God was in my life, and to be aware. So recently, actually, I got a message from somebody who me through. I can share her story. She said yes, but I should keep her name anonymous. So I'm going to call her Lucy. Hope that's okay. And how do you prepare for that? How do you prepare for the blessing? And so I wrote back and some ideas. And she replied and said, and I hope you don't mind if I kind read it a bit word for word. Hear her story of what she went through and how things changed. Here goes. I'm going to update you a bit more about me. I hope you don't mind. So when I was about 13 or 14, I felt I went through quite a strong rebellious stage. And never really felt such a good connection. So anyways, I was having a hard time brought on by myself. I ended up dating a guy when I was 13, and I felt like I was in love. I was with him for about a year, and then things started not seeming so perfect. He kept commenting on things that I did. Anyway, long story, but things continued to go downhill until we broke up. He broke up with me, and I cried so much that night. I was only 13. Of course, this wasn't real love, but I felt like I'd sacrificed the church and my faith in God to be with him, and now I was in the wrong. Then I found out it wasn't just me that he was dating at the time. He was actually dating another girl as well. And I'd lost a lot of friends through being with him and spending so much time with him and not my friends. Anyway, seeing him hurt me so much, but I had to still see him every day at school. He commented on me behind my back, and the friends that I thought were my friends joined in with him. And so I turned to smoking to help calm me when I was stressed. I wasn't close to any of my family at the time. I wasn't even that close to my sister because she'd moved out, and I'd felt so alone. So that night, I never forget, I ran away from home. I did it once, and I left a note, and my parents came and picked me up. They found me, but they acted like I'd done nothing. So I did it again, and this time it was worse. I was picked up by the police and forced to go home. My parents and my brothers and sisters found out about everything. I felt completely broken. Anyway, sorry, this is so long. It's a massive essay, haha. So anyway, sorry, just the ad-libs. Just before all this happened, I'd had my first onset of pain from a condition that I have. I had basically been hospitalized and fed loads of drugs until no end. Then we got acupuncture, and it went away, and then all this happened. I was so stressed out that actually in year 9, I was diagnosed with severe depression. This led on to severe psychosis, and my pain returned, and it was all to do with stress. I was at my worst on my 15th birthday. I was actually on leave from a psychiatric hospital when I was in 3 times and discharged myself each time. I was hearing constant voices telling me to die, that I'm ugly, that everyone was reading my mind, and that I need help. I remember one night I was sat curled up in a ball just screaming for help, and I couldn't actually hear what my mum was saying above all the voices. I was fed loads of antidepressants and psychotics. So I had 2 years of depression and psychosis. It affected me greatly, but I felt actually that I grew a lot closer to my mum during it. I did a proper confession to my mum and spent every day with her. It got to year 11 and I was starting to go in and out of school, but I felt like I'd changed so much. The once bubbly, happy, excited girl was replaced with a sad, lonely, desperate girl. So I just felt wherever I went, I didn't really fit in at school or at home or even in the church. Anyways, in the end, I dropped out of school completely as I relapsed into psychosis. Anyways, that's my background. Now on to the present. Sorry, this is so long. I recently was thinking there's no point in the church anymore. I don't belong there. I don't agree with it. But then the other day, near the end of last year, I met a man from the church, and he spoke so deeply of God and true parents. I really felt something, so I tried praying after that, like really praying deeply. I just spelt everything out, and my tears were everywhere. But I seriously felt so relieved and lighter and clearer in my mind after that. So I also more recently have been praying every night, and I've been starting to read the DP or taking notes from it. It's actually amazing, and I feel every day that I'm growing and maturing and finding my true identity each day. No exaggeration. At first, I was intimidated by the DP, but now it's like I'm in awe. Like there's so much stuff I never knew, and I realize it's because I never gave the church a chance, or myself a chance to think about myself. I was always so hooked up on what others were doing and trying to fit in. Anyway, so now why did I ask you about your experience with matching? Well, I've always been interested in the matching process, but never fully understood the meaning behind it or the blessing. I told my mum a while ago that I want to get matched, and she said it's possibly the nicest thing I've ever said to her. Anyway, just by her saying that, it made me realize it's like showing a strong trust between you and your parents and God. And I feel I'm ready to give that trust into my God and my parents. And I just hope and pray about it every night. You know, I remember on a summer camp when I was young, you and your parents came and gave a talk. And in that you said how BCs are really special. And I never understood it until recently. I realized we are special people who know the truth, who lived in the time of the Messiah, and who have God smiling down on us and guiding us through the thing called life. I feel a lot deeper and more understanding of the church and God. Eek. Although I do sometimes find it hard to talk about it all, especially with my parents. Anyway, so I wondered if you wouldn't mind if I had some questions or wanted to talk. Would you mind? I promise I won't be as long as this. So, isn't that amazing? I don't know. I was so like, I don't know, struck by that. I think I was crying afterwards. It's amazing to see how God loves someone so much that he holds on to them until finally they make that little effort to pray or to just to look to God, and then they can feel, you know, how much he cares about them. But also I can see how even when things feel like you're blocking God, or that things are in the way between you and God, He's never stopped loving you. So even if you're not feeling the love from him, he's constantly loving you, and constantly kind of knocking on the door to say that he loves you and that he wants to be with you. And whether it's through a random message, like this life story was for me that kind of woke me up, or whether it's through someone you meet, like the guy at church called Frank, then as soon as you show the slightest bit of effort to connect to God, he comes flooding in with everything, with all of his love that he's always had, but you've just never felt. So I guess the main thing that I'm really praying for you to feel is how much God loves you and how much he needs you in your life in terms of helping others or being there for others. So in a minute, I'm going to ask you to share something with the person next to you. So it's the point where you can figure out who it is that you're next to, whether you're going to turn left or right, or whoever you're going to talk to. And I'd like you first, though, to think of an example where God has worked in your life, where you felt his love, or where you've seen that he's showed you that he loves you. It doesn't have to be as life-changing as Lucy's story, but it might even just be, I don't know, something that you were late for work and you're rushing, and then that bus came just on time so that you could get onto it and not get wet because then it started raining. I don't know. Well, you know, sometimes there's just those moments that just work out. It might be one of those. Or it might be even that you're thinking in your mind, I don't know. So like I was at New Year's Eve, where I was completely blank and just thinking, I can't think of anything. And if it is, that's fine. Then maybe think of just something that you're grateful for. Think of something good that's happened in your life. So hopefully you've got that in the front of your mind now. Could I ask you to share it with the person next to you just for a minute or so? Just tell the person next to you what God's done in your life, what he's done good for you. Okay, if I can stop you there. If it's a long, in-depth story, maybe you can continue part 2 later on. Okay? So, that's it, wrap it up? Okay. So anyway, everyone's at different points in their lives. You might be feeling like a Lucy right now. You might be feeling just the need to feel God's the church person guy that was trying to help, trying to inspire and encourage her. But whoever you are, you still need to feel that love from God. So you still need to be able to make space to let God's love into you so that you can pass it on to others. There's a church minister called Bill Hybels, and he has a phrase that I keep remembering in my mind. He asked, "What's the best thing that you can give to people?" He said, "It's a Holy Spirit-filled you." So that means a you that's just filled with God's love. If you're full of God's love, then anyone you meet and touch will naturally just feel that and will feel God's love through you. And there's another quote from someone, I don't actually know who it's from, but it's, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So it all leads down to love, and it all leads down to being that person of love. So even if your stress levels were more of a 2 or 3 before when you showed me on your fingers, and maybe you're that person that's trying to help others and things, it's still so important to make time to just feel how much God loves you so that you can pass that on to other people. But I think as soon as you do feel God's love for you, then you also feel how much he needs you. It kind of, at least whenever I felt God's love, and even in the hardest situations, and then I felt like hugged by him, basically soon after that, I feel like, okay, this is what you need me to do. Or there's something that you feel, I need to pass this love on to other people. I can't just be selfish and hold on to it myself. So what do we do? If I can read some of True Father's words, kind of nicely says what we do with it. First, he's talking about the family, and he says, through what do they all become one? It doesn't happen through power, knowledge, or money, but only through love. This is an absolute truth. Go out into society and put it into practice. Jesus said, love your neighbor as yourself. So how should we follow this teaching? When you go out into the world and you meet a grandfather, treat him as your own grandfather. Treat people like your own mothers, your own fathers, your own sons. If you can love everyone with such love, then God will dwell in the midst of that love. This will save the world. So even amongst the storms and turbulences of life, it's actually quite simple. And somehow I'm trying to realize that more, that God just loves you and he needs you. And it's only when you feel his love that you can actually make a difference. You can't just power out by yourself trying to change the world. You can only do it with God and with God's love. There's one poem that I'd like to read a part of. It's one that Robert introduced me to. Obviously, I was completely uncultured until I married Robert. But it was, I think he showed it to me when I was a bit at a turning point in my life, and I was scared about the future, and I didn't know if I was doing the right thing. And anyway, and also it's fairly fitting with the time of year, I guess. It's called The Gate of the Year. And it goes, as I said to the man who stood at the gate of the year, give me a light that I may tread safely into the unknown. And he replied, go out into the darkness and put your hand into the hand of God. That shall be to you better than a light and safer than a known way. So I went forth, and finding the hand of God, trod gladly into the night. And he led me toward the hills and the breaking of the day in the lone east. So heart, be still. What need our little life, our human life, to know if God hath comprehension? In all its dizzy strife of things both high and low, God hideth his intention. So that's just something to maybe mean something to you. Anyway, also the next song that we're going to sing in a minute is one that comforted me quite a lot when I was worried about things in my life, or when I had a particularly hard day at school. And it always reminds me that God's constantly in my life, and that if I hold on to him, I can overcome the storms, the waves, the oceans, everything that's holding me down, as long as I trust in him and I've got something to hold on to, and I've got his love to hold on to, then I can go through it. So while we sing this in a second, I would like you, if I can ask you to even close your eyes and just really think about where God loves you, how much God loves you. Just try and be aware of that. Open your eyes to how much he loves you. And when you feel like joining in, then by all means stand up and join in and sing with us. But take that time just to, think about God.
parents and true parents. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to gather here together amidst our busy schedules. And we also thank you for Christabel's words. It's really easy to forget seeing how you work in our lives, when we're attending uni or when we're working. I pray that from today we can really start including more in our daily lives and try to connect to you more so that we can live our lives more fulfilled. And also I pray that you can bless this offering and that it can be used to help create events and support the young adults here. And thank you once again for this in my name, Untitled Chapter, daughter of the Central West Family Archery.
Okay, please have a seat. Thank you everyone for coming to the Yamada service, and I hope you have a wonderful month. And hope that we can all remind ourselves and how can we include God in our life, and while we're so busy with the study and work and meeting people, and we can all remind ourselves it's because of God's love, and true parents go and we are the example of our true parents' teachings and love stuff. Also, before we finish, sorry, is anyone here for first time? Yes. Okay, please introduce yourself.
Hi.
Hi, Mary.
I'm Naomi, living in South London. I think we use South-Sebastian already. It's my first second day.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Althea. I'm also from Malta. Two of us here. Just moved to London for a while. See how it goes in terms of work. So nice to see you all.
Welcome, Althea.
I know.
Thank you so much. So glad to see you. Oh yeah, also. Don't be sad.
My name is Lucia. I'm currently living in Wiltshire. And nice to see you all.
So please say hello to Lucia, and Naomi. So have a wonderful. Oh yeah. So thank you for the. Thank you.